Scrappy family, Amanda here. We're going to do a layout today documenting something that happened to me back in 2019. I'm going to be utilizing this new 2024 paper collection from Doodlebug Design called Happy Healing. Now, I went through this whole collection in a haul video, and I'll put that up at the top. But when I bought this collection, I only thought I was going to use it for the dentistry stuff because of the kids going to the dentist and things like that. And then while I was looking in my stash to create some kits for other projects, I found these photos of myself when I had a fracture, hairline fracture in my foot. So April 2019, I fell down the stairs and fractured my foot. And so I had those pictures already printed. I can no longer even find the pictures in my phone. So I said, this must be documented. And because I already had this collection in my stash, perfect opportunity. So I pulled out a sketch from Scrapbook Generation. It is a paid sketch from their We Create 2018 6x6 paper pad sketch number 4. It is available on their site to purchase, so I'll put a link in the description box for you if you would like to go and purchase it, because I can't show it on screen. But it is a sketch that focuses on using 6x6 paper, and all I have is a 6x6 paper pad. It is going to be a double page layout, even though we only have 4 photos. So I'm going to do that here. Bring out our white American Crafts cardstock that I like to use as the base of my layouts. And then we're going to arrange the photos like this. So I'm gonna put them in somewhat of a chronological order. We'll get the sizing, the spacing down appropriately. So it'll be like that. We've got our 3 photos across here, and then in here we're going to have a 6x6 piece of paper. From the collection, I think I'm going to use, I don't know, I kind of like this one with all of the ace bandage paper, or I think there was one that said get well. Okay, yeah, this one that says get well soon. It's a really tiny type, but you know, I think that's what I want to use. And there's not a lot of color in these photos, right? It's just my foot and an x-ray and then a cast. But I still want to document this. And Doodlebug is very vibrant in their colors, so we'll just add our own coloring. And then in the layout, there's this portion here is kept for journaling. However, I have a lot to say about this particular incident, so I'm going to put my journaling here on a 4x4 card. I need to type it out. I need to think through what I want to say, but I'm going to leave this space for that. Yeah. And so on the sketch, it calls for various banners to go across up and down the tops and bottoms of the photo and the 6x6 paper. So I'm going to pull out some papers here that I want to cut into our banner shapes, and then we'll get started. It's really not a complicated layout. Typical to Scrapbook Generation, there's stitching on the layout. I don't stitch on my layouts, so I won't be doing that portion of it. And there's little places for embellishment as well. I'm going to go with this paper just because it has the x-rays on it. It has a lot of the icons that are synonymous with this kit, or excuse me, with this collection. So I want to utilize that. And because it's such a busy paper, I don't know where I'll get a chance to utilize it again. But I also like the back side of this, which again are similar icons from the collection, but it's just a tone on tone. So I might use both sides of that here. Then we've got this red heart paper, and the other side are some florals. Oh, this is fun. It says, "You'll be back on your feet in no time." I think that's going to be our title piece, like our what do I want to call it? Our showcase, our focal point. I think that's just perfect, actually. And it's got the ace bandage, the cast, the crutches, the x-ray, and all of those are also embellishment pieces that are in the odds and ends as well. So it's going to be good to pull those through. So that is going to be used for sure. All right, let's keep looking through the papers we want to use for our banner pieces. I guess we can go with some of this as well, the Band-Aid and the Ace bandage. That can be cute. And then I'll do one more. I think I'm going to just do the red heart. The red heart piece. Okay. So let's cut these down. Let's cut our strips down so that we can fishtail them. I'm going to kind of move all of this out. Actually, let's do this first. Let us put down our photos first, and then I'll start with the fishtailing so that I can just easily just tuck behind the photos. So because we are, because there's so many colors in this collection, I'm gonna ink this with red. I'm gonna ink it with Rouge from Quick Quotes because we're gonna utilize a red, the red heart paper. So just to give it, you know, not for blood, but just to give it some character here. So we'll ink that up, and then we'll use that same color as we get started, and we have to ink up our edges of our banners that we'll put down. We'll do that as well. Okay. All right, and then according to the sketch, this paper is going to be about 3 inches from the bottom. And this is just a 6x6 piece of paper that came directly from the paper pad. So I just want to put this here to make sure I get it even. And you know, I'm often mention this to watch the orientation of the things you're putting down, because this has text on it, so I want to make sure that I put it down going in the right direction, which we are, thankfully. All right. You don't want your words going the opposite way. I should have probably used my T-square ruler. But you know, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna put this photo of my ankle. So as I do this, I'll tell you guys the story. My daughter was just a few months old at this point. It was Easter weekend, and my husband, I don't know where he was, but he wasn't home. He might have been at work. And I had just put the baby down to sleep, and I went to the kitchen. I got a snack. I was going to go on the couch and watch some TV and just veg out while she was napping, and I waited for him to come home. And we had 3 stairs that led from like our dining room area into the living room area. And I don't know, I missed a step, and I fell down the 3 stairs with my snack, food all over the place. I'm laying at the bottom of the landing in pain, so much pain, and no one to help me. It was terrible. So after I, you know, gather myself together, I get to the couch, crawling to the couch, call my husband. But again, he was at work, so he wasn't able to help me. And then I think I called my younger sister for her to know what just happened to me. But it wasn't until the next day when my foot was so swollen that I was like, something is wrong. And my husband was convinced it's just a sprain. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't need to go to the doctor. It's not a big deal. Just give it a couple of days. I'm like, are you sure? And after like, I think it was after that weekend, because that was a Friday night. That was Good Friday. Then we had Saturday, Sunday, Monday. My foot was still really, really swollen. I couldn't put any weight on it whatsoever. I was like, yeah, I got to go to the doctor. And I went to the doctor. They did an x-ray, hairline fracture. So then I was sent home with a boot. And it was really difficult. I had to wear that boot for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. But thankfully it was my left leg, so I didn't have to I didn't have to, I could still drive because it was just my left leg. So we're going to cut these down into 2-inch strips. Everything is 2 inches. And then the length of it is what varies, right? So then cut these down to give it some dimension on the page. Okay. So that's my story. And unfortunately, I have a history of 2 left feet where I often fall and hurt myself. So it wasn't anything surprising to those that love me that I fell and crushed my ankle. But it was really difficult. And the baby, Hannah, at the time was an infant. So trying to navigate that and get around with her was really, really hard. But thankfully, between my aunt and my sister and my husband, I was able to make it through those 6 weeks. But that was challenging. So I'm cutting this one down at 2. So I'm making these into 2x2 squares. And then you'll see where we go from here. You know, I used to really not like doing these layouts that have all these banners on them because I was always like, oh, so much cutting. I hate that. Just use my paper as it is. But I'm slowly becoming more and more accustomed to just, you know, enjoying the process. Just go with the flow, Amanda. It's fine. And I'm not sure for this bandage paper if I should go with the Ace bandage side or the bandage side. I like the Ace bandage side, but I kind of feel like it is going to get lost. Okay, so with this pattern in particular, I have to be very careful with how I cut it because I need it to be the right orientation. So I have to turn it upside down to really cut it because I don't want it to, I don't want the fishtail to be on the wrong side. All right, so I'm going to bring out my layout again. Okay, and so see here with my hearts, I did them all wrong because the hearts are now going to be upside down. One at the top, one at the bottom. And same here. Then again here. I don't know. I don't think I like this white, the Ace bandage side. I think it gets really lost. So let's look for something else to use in the paper pad. I don't know how I feel about the pill paper. Okay, so I decided I'm going to swap out the Ace bandage for this plaid pattern instead. It can bring all of the different colors together that we're going to use on the layout. I just felt like the Ace bandage side was getting lost. So we're going to do that. I'm going to follow this pattern over on this side as well, adhere everything down, and then I'll come back. All right, we're back. We've got all of our pattern papers down. I've inked the edges of them. I've adhered them down. Our photos are down. This photo block, pattern paper block is down as well. So now we're gonna just embellish. So I pulled out several pieces from the odds and ends ephemera pack that I want to sprinkle around the page. I definitely want to utilize this X-ray icon maybe down here. And these I'm going to pop up on some foam as we go through. Actually, let me cut out this. You'll be back on your feet in no time. Because I want to use that as a focal point. And we're going to pop that up on some foam as well. And I actually need to read the other sentiments on this cut apart because I didn't even read them. As soon as I saw the foot, I got a little distracted. And then this I'm gonna place right here, and I'll pop it up when I put it down. So we're gonna do that. I've got the X right here. Like I said, I'm going to put my journaling here. I'm going to put it on a mat down here as 4.5 or 5 by 5. And then my journaling, I'll do it like 4.5. Let me see what I can pull from here. That would be a good mat. Now I'm going to do the back side of this. I'm going to do the blue. Okay, and I'm going to place that right there. And then my journaling will go on top of that. So let me adhere this down. Okay, perfect. So back to our embellishments here. So I've got these flowers as they get well soon. I think those are really cute, even though I didn't get any flowers while I was injured. That's okay though. I like this teddy bear, get well soon as well. Then we have this cloud, this stormy cloud with a band-aid on it. I'm kind of now wishing I would have gotten the smaller bits, because these are pretty sizable and I'm finding them a little bit difficult to utilize. This one for sure is gonna go down there, right? And I like that the foot is going in, so that is gonna be utilized. Maybe this, it kind of looks like toilet paper instead of an ace bandage. Not quite sure how I feel about that. I too like this Ache Be Gone pills, because I did take quite a bit of items to try to make me feel better. This is an envelope that says get well soon. Oh, these are the crutches. Okay, so these are clutch. We should definitely use these on the page. So maybe if I utilize these here, even though because I had this fancy boot, I didn't have to wear crutches, but that's very synonymous with a leg injury. So I wanna use them on the page, maybe like that. I like that, and maybe the get well soon. I don't know, maybe I'll switch them. Crutches go on the floor, balloons go in the air. Does anybody else overthink putting their embellishments down the way I just did? I don't know. See, I feel like he's so large over there. This might be a better spot. So we've got our crutches, we've got our x-ray here. I like the idea of that. Get well soon. Then they have these bracket things that are used with the ace bandages that I was thinking of like utilizing on the page. We've also got these a few band-aids as well, but I think, you know, we've got enough with the band-aid paper. Maybe not utilizing these as well. But I do like the Ache Be Gone. I want to put this on here somewhere. Maybe down here. I'm gonna put these pieces down. Some of them I'll pop up, some of them I'll put down flat. I don't want to have too many dimensional pieces because I do want this to be like the focal point. Okay, now we're back. I have written out my journaling. I've adhered it down, printed it out on some cardstock. And then from the cut apart sheet where we got this highlight from, I cut out some word sentiments as well. This one says, one step at a time, better every day, tough as nails, you've got this. And then I put one over here as well that says, you're just amazing. You know, it was a really difficult time physically, and because I thought it was just a sprain in the beginning, I wasn't going to the doctor and trying to put weight on it and just, you know, going through everyday life hoping it would get better. The doctor was like, man, you are really strong because this has to be painful. So I really love all of these words that were included on the cut apart sheet. So I just cut them apart and added them to the layout in addition to my journaling. So I'm really proud that I was able to get this layout done. I hope that you are able to do something creative to make yourself proud today as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.